live and on your side. This is WSAV News 3 today at 11.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kim Gusby. Thank you for joining us on WSAV News 3 today at 11. This is a live look out over Tybee Island on this Monday morning. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Alyssa Carsley is outside in Taylor Square. She is not glistening, she is not glowing, and that is because it feels so much better today. Good morning, Alyssa.
Hey, good morning, Kim. Yeah, temperature-wise, we're finally back to tracking our highs right around average, upper 80s to low 90s, though it is still humid. We do have a stalled front dragging up all this moisture from the Gulf, which has increased the humidity. So we're still tracking those temperatures above the actual temperature. So currently sitting at 84 degrees here in Savannah, but it feels like 91. Now the good news is, even though we will still see a heat index throughout the day, we're not tracking that terrible heat index we saw last week. Most of the day, our feeling temperatures will be back into the mid 90s because we do have that chance of rain showers and thunderstorms continuing to increase as we head through the second half of the day, all thanks to that stalled front. We saw those rain showers increase late last night and yesterday evening, bringing with it rounds of soaking rain as well as strong and severe storms. On repeat later on today, but at least we're seeing our temperatures be not nearly as hot as what we saw all of last week. Viper radar staying clear of any rain as of right now, though we see those storms quickly fill in the radar in just a few hours. So coming up in the complete Storm Team 3 forecast, we'll talk about the chance of rain for today and what you can expect throughout the rest of the work week.
Thank you, Alyssa. Topping our news this morning, we are learning more about the circumstances surrounding the sudden death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. His office has released the preliminary findings from the Washington, D.C. medical examiner. Emergency dispatch audio had described a man in cardiac arrest. Graham had just turned 71 years old and spent more than 3 decades in Congress. He was a close ally of President Trump. Washington correspondent Kristen Askow shows us how fellow lawmakers are remembering him.
Flags are at half-staff after the sudden death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the nation's most prominent lawmakers. On Sunday, he was set to appear on NBC's Meet the Press. Instead, President Trump called in.
He was a fantastic person.
President Trump said he had spoken with Senator Graham the evening of his death.
He said, you know, I feel good, but I'm tired. He was fun.
The pair started out as competitors in the 2016 presidential election, but later became close allies and friends.
He was like a member of the family to me. It's very tough, actually.
Tributes have poured in from members of both parties, including California Senator Adam Schiff on NBC's Meet the Press.
What I will treasure most about him was his just very quick wit, his wonderful sense of humor.
And Senator Mike Rounds, who had traveled with Graham to Turkey for the NATO summit last week.
Wherever he felt he was needed, he was going to go. And that meant overseas a lot.
Known as a foreign policy hawk, Graham was a staunch supporter of Israel and Ukraine and had just returned from a trip to Kyiv hours before his death. On Friday, he told reporters that the White House supported the latest version of his bipartisan Russia sanctions bill.
I've never been more optimistic than I am today that we have the formula to end this war.
Following Graham's death, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are calling for the sanctions package to be passed immediately. Democratic Senator Chris Coons on ABC's This Week.
It's my hope that we will take up and pass this bill in Lindsey's memory.
That was Kristen Askow reporting. Funeral arrangements are pending for Senator Graham. As for the process of filling his seat, Governor Henry McMaster can appoint a replacement to serve out the remainder of Graham's term, which ends in January. He was also up for re-election this year. Now the South Carolina GOP will need to choose a new nominee. There will be a primary election on August 11th ahead of November's general election. According to News Nation, Congressman Ralph Norman and Congresswoman Nancy Mays are considering running. Happening now, WSAV is once again partnering with the Ready, Set, Go Back to School organization, helping to make sure local children have the tools they need to succeed when they return to the classroom for the upcoming school year. Our third collection event of the season just kicked off at the Walmart Supercenter on Pooler Parkway. That's where we find WSAV's Ben Katko. He joins us now live with more on how you can help in this year's effort. Ben, good morning.
All right, good morning there, Kim Gusby. It's a great day to come out and join us here at Walmart on Pooler Parkway. A little hot, that shouldn't stop you though, because we really need your donations of these school supplies, and they're really easy to get if you come up here too. We'll walk you through that in just a bit, but we're looking for the basics so we can help 3,500 families through a partnership with the great folks at Ready, Set, Go Back to School. Let's run through the table here. Here's what we're looking for. Like I said, easy stuff. We got a supply list here for you when you show up. Grab a picture of that. We need personal hygiene items, deodorant, soap, toothbrushes, shampoo, that sort of stuff. We need notebooks, markers, colored pencils, crayons, glue sticks, highlighters, the things that any kid would need to kick off a school year the right way. You got to have the stuff to have a good school year, and this is the place to get it. Come on out here this morning. This is our third of 5 stops. We got 2 more this week, but we really do need your help. This upcoming Sunday, through Ready, Set, Go Back to School, we'll be at Can Park there in Savannah to give all of this away to families who need it the most. It's not cheap to go back to school. I think anybody with a child knows that. This is a way to help ease that burden a little bit. We're going to be out here all day today. We'll be here until 6:30 tonight. We'll be here sweating, covered in rain, whatever it takes to get all of these supplies for the kids. Join us back here in a little bit. We're going to check in with some of the folks from Ready, Set, Go Back to School. We'll explain just how great the need is and how big of an impact you can make. Kim Gusby, I'll send it back into you.
And in the meantime, Ben, just go and stand near that fan that's right behind you. We can check back in with Ben in just a bit. You can find a full list of items that we are collecting for this year's campaign on our website at wsav.com/back to school. Stay with us. You're watching WSAV News 3 today at 11. We'll be right back.